This tree is the Beech, which was collected with Tony of Tony's Bonsai off the plot of land that his parents own at the back of their bungalow. And since it's been collected, it needs putting into a pot and some free draining soil. So the tree is in soil, as you'd expect from any tree collected from the ground. It's quite a clay-like soil. And I want to remove as much of that off there as possible. And I think that's going to require my root hook. And I'm just going to go around the tree and take off these big clumps. There's a lot of heavy soil on here that just doesn't need to be here. I'm going to try my best to clean some of this off and then get the tree into some free draining soil in a training pot. And depending on how much soil there is, or how much root there is rather, that will depend on whether that goes into a pond basket, one of my wider aerated baskets, or some kind of training pot. And I'm thinking I might need to jet wash some of the soil off. Here we go with the tree once the roots have been washed. So let's have a look and see what we've got. We've got a large root coming out to the side here. The roots in fact seem to be circling, and there still is, I don't know if that's the base of the tree underneath there. But we do have some circling roots there. So I'm going to try and untangle some of those, and I think it might be necessary to cut some of that off for the benefit of the tree. So we've got one that comes out at a funny angle here, round. It dips down to this point at which there is a little root coming off it, and then it turns this way and starts circling, which is not good. So I'm going to just snip that at that point, see if I can remove the rest of this root. And it doesn't have a great amount of root attached to it, so it's not a huge problem. We have a fairly shallow root base, but it does seem to be circling somewhat. We have another root which comes out here, to this point and then it takes a sharp turn that way. So I think it has got more on the end of it here, but am I happy with that? I think some of the other roots I can leave because they're closer to the tree, but I think this one unfortunately has to go at that point. And that's the root that I'm taking off there. I don't want to be taking off too many big thick roots like that. And just come around to the other side. I have the big root that comes out there. It does have smaller roots beneath it, and also it has this side root coming out there which is quite ugly, and I think that also has to go. There is the risk that I'm going to take too much off this, but I think some of these issues need to be addressed at this stage. So this thick root here that's coming out, so it comes down but then it swings off immediately to the side. Now we do have feeder roots underneath, so I think also that is unfortunately one that has to go at this point. And I'm almost certain at that point it's probably not wise to take too much more off of there. Another root that comes down starts circling this way, and it's a little bit unsightly. I wonder if I might be able to tie that down in a pot somewhere, and I think in fact I'm also going to take that one as well. If I take it at the lowest point and take it at an angle, what I'm hoping is that more root grows from that point, and I'm fairly certain now at that point, apart from perhaps this long straggly root, that we're going to leave it at that point and get it into a pot. Any more root off there I think risks the health of the tree, so I'm just going to give this another wash and clean my workspace up. So here's the tree with the roots washed and my workspace cleared up. I need to get that into a basket or a pot now, and I'm thinking that I'll pop it into this large pond basket, and that will give it some room to develop. So I'm just going to get some tie wires into the pot and then some soil. So I've now got tie down wires in the bottom of the pot which will hold the tree in there. I need to get quite a lot of soil in there to bed the tree down onto. Okay, so now I need to try my tree in the pot. I think that'll be fine. So I'm just arranging the tie wires just so that the tree doesn't fall out of the pot. Just make sure none of the roots are getting in the way. I'll just snip off the excess. So that the tree settled into the pot. And at this stage in the game, the main thing is just the health of the tree, and to make sure that that's sat in some appropriate free draining soil. What I want to do now is to help these roots redevelop. Just quickly top stick the soil, just make sure that's settled down into any voids, and that the roots are all nicely settled into plenty of soil. Here's the tree now in the pond basket, where it will stay for at least the next 12 months, possibly beyond that. And if you find yourself working on any messy jobs like this, be sure to clean your tools afterwards. It helps prolong the life of the tools and also saves you from any nasty surprises next time you want to use them. I hope you found some of that useful or interesting. If so, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to be notified of future videos. Hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.